Horseracingkid signing on handicap racing from the first day at the Royal Ascot meet in England here on Tuesday, June the 14th, 2011. I'm going to handicap all 6 races. So let's get on to today's first race. The first race is the Queen Anne Stakes Group 1 event. Purse $390,000. 1 mile here, we do have a field of 7, and I'm going to go with the 1-7 here. Number 1, Canford Cliff, 6-5. Last time out, they run on May the 14th at Newbury 1 mile on the Longs Stakes, 1 by 1/4 lengths. He was in command throughout. Then at Goodwood on July the 18th of 2010, 1 mile in the Sussex Stakes, 1 by a neck. He was costly that day. June the 15th at Ascot, 1 mile in the St. James Palace Stakes, 1 by a length. He did come up very good that day. I'm going to go with this one, and I'm going to go with the 7-horse Goldakova. I'm not a big fan of Goldakova that much. Here, she just looks very hard to beat. I think the only other horse that could beat her is the one horse here. Goldakova 3-2. Oliver Pessilera is the jockey. Last time out, on May the 22nd at Longchamp, 1 mile in the 8th, and the Prix des Aspens Stakes. Won that day. He was always prone and led 200 meters out. Then at Churchill Downs, 1 mile, November the 6th, Breeders' Cup Mile, 1 by 1/3 lengths. He had a bold bid, 5 wide and cleared. This horse has won the last 3 Breeders' Cups miles. Can this horse go for a 4th one this year? If Frankel comes over this year, it might be a little. She might have some category, but the turf mile in America here is very bad. In the category of turf mile, we don't have a lot of good turf milers here. I think Goldakova could win, and I think she could go on to a very nice season. She did win this race last year, so going with this one, so I cap my bets for race number 1 from Royal Ascot, going with the 1-7. Let's get on to race number 2. The second race from Royal Ascot is the King's Stand Stakes Group 1 event. Purse $468,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, going 5 furlongs on the turf course. And I'm going to go to 2-3-9 here. Number 2, Bridgetown, John Velazquez coming in from America to Ride, and Todd Fletcher trains another American out of Spicetown, the winner of the 2004 Breeders' Cup. Last time out on Churchill Downs on May the 7th, and 5 furlongs in Twin Spires Turf Sprint, came in second by 1 1/4 lengths. He was second best that day, just never got up to the winner. Then at Gulfstream Park, 5 furlongs Lounge Stakes on March the 18th, 1 by 1 1/4 lengths. He was ridden out. Stakes race Tampa Bay Downs, 5 furlongs on February the 19th, 1 by a neck. He just lasted that day. So I do like this horse here. First trip overseas, came 4th last year's Breeders' Cup Sprint. Hopefully the trip wasn't that hard on this horse, so I'm going with this one. And I'm going to go with the 13 horse here. Number 13, War Artist. Oliver Pessilera's jockey. Last time out there on Maidan on March the 26th, 5 furlongs in the Alquois Sprint. Came second by head that day behind JJ the Jet Plane. He had a close and he was home that day. February the 18th, 6 furlongs in a handicap at Maidan. 1 by a neck. He was ran on well that day. And then 11th at a handicap, made on 5 furlongs. He just never to the call that day. If he does have a good break today from the starting gate, I think this horse could win it. And I'm going to go with the 19 horse here. Number 19 from the outside, Holiday for Kitten. Joel Rosario, 20-1. Wesley Ward trains. Wesley Ward is, I think, his 3rd year. He's sending horses over. I think he has a good chance this meet. I think I have a lot of his horses today. Last time out there on Keelan, 5.5 furlongs on April 23rd, and a stakes race, 1 by half length. He was game that day. Then a claim race at Gulfstream Park, 5 furlongs in the States on February 12th, 1 by 1 1/4 lengths. He edged away, and then Gulfstream Park 1 mile in the Phillies Lounge Plate on January the 5th, came 6th, gave away. But this horse has had stakes action, came second in Mesquite Stakes at Hollywood Park. So I'm going with this one, so I cap my bets for race number 2 from Royal Ascot, going to 2-13-9 as a trifecta here. So let's get on to the race number 3. The third race is the St. James Palace Stakes. Purse $390,000 for 3-year-olds entries. Colts only going 1 mile, and I'm going to go with the 4-horse Frankel. 2-5, Thomas Queally. It's hard to beat with this horse. He's 6 for 6. A very interesting horse from the UK here. Last time out there in Newbury, 1 mile and 2,000 guineas. 1 by 6 lengths. He was impressive that day. I did see the replay about 5 times. I think that was one of the best thoroughbred races I saw this year. Then Newberry 7 furlongs and the Green Hand Stakes, won by 4 lengths. He ran on strongly that day. Then his last start of last year, was 2-year-old campaign. Newberry 7 furlongs and the Dohar Stakes, won by 2 1/4 lengths. He was edged right on and ran on. So I do like this horse here. Would be surprisingly if this horse did come to the United States for the Breeders' Cup Mile. I don't think he could run over. I think a 1.125 would be his best distance, not a 1.5 for the Breeders' Cup marathon. So for the Breeders' Cup turn. So I think this horse could win here. So recap my bets for race number 3 from Royal Ascot going to 4. Let's go on to race number 4. The fourth race is a Coventry Stakes Group 2 event. Purse $132,500 for 2-year-olds. 6 furlongs. We do have a field, 23 horses going ahead of this one. And I'm going to go with the 10-11 here. Number 10, Gates Post. Jamie Spencer's jockey. 6-1 last time out. The runner made the 11th and Novi Stakes at York, 5 furlongs, won by 2.5 lengths. He kept on well. Then at Folkestown, 5 furlongs in the main race on April 21st, won by 2 1/4 lengths. He was ridden and ran on that day. Only to start going with this one, and going with the 11, Italo. A United States horse, 15-1, Jesus Sanchez jockey. Wesley Ward trains last time out. They're on Longchamp in the France, 5 furlongs in a stake race, won by 1.5 lengths. Very impressive win that day. Won by 1.5 lengths, 5 furlongs. Can this horse win here again? Only out of 1 start. It was all in Europe. Wesley Ward trains out of Icefine Stable Owns. Out of his distinction, sprinting, good. I think this horse has a very nice chance. This might be his best horse here. So recap my bets for race number 4 from Royal Ascot going 10-11. Let's get on to race number 5. Race number 5 from Royal Ascot is the Ascot Stakes. Per $78,000 or 78,000 pounds for 3-year-olds and upward. We do 2.5 miles here. Field of 20 horses here, and I'm gonna go with the 11-18. Number 11, Arsta Biddle, Joe Crowley's jockey. Last time out there at 2 miles on May the 28th in a handicap Class 3 event, came 5th. He faded that day. Then in a handicap Doncaster mile 7/8 on turf on October 22nd of last year, won by 3/4 of a length. He was driven on and kept on. And then at 1.5 on September the 12th, handicap came 3rd by 7 lengths. This horse does like the distance. I think he's bred for it. And I'm going with the 18. Number 18 at La Estrella. Last time out, they run at May the 19th at 1.5 in a claim race Class 5 event. Won by 5 lengths. He's very easily that day. Then a mile 3/4 at March 29th, handicap Class 3 event. Won by 1.25 lengths. And then a mile 3/4 claim race. Won by 1.75 lengths. Very easily ridden. This horse is bred for the distance. 15-1, big shock here if he wins. Going with this one, so recap my bets for race number 5 from Royal Ascot, going 11-18. So let's get on to race number 6, the final